I've always wanted to see these when like 2 years ago. Yeah, they even got towels back. I'm a little disappointed they changed the locks on these because I was going to have like, an actual handle on these. This feels cheap, but these look alright. I wouldn't mind owning one. Oh, what do they do to you? And it's infected. Ugh. For something that looks like this, it's not worth the price. How much is it? No, I'm alright, thank you. 600 quid. Not good. This is the only classic left in existence, really. These are genuinely the only ones left. So yeah, that's kind of that. Quality. I have been wanting to see one of these for ages now, and I finally do. These are not that good. Just by judging, I'm looking at this. Oh. The only one that didn't get affected by hair is these. If I was still in the appliance community, I would have wanted one of these, or probably would have had the chance to own these, but I'm glad I'm not anymore. This is kind of weird, but yeah. I remember this. This is the one that didn't want to open at the start. Yep, still the same one that I did not have a chance to open at the start. Jesus Christ, already. Where's the Hot Point ones? That's the ones I'm kind of after. This is, I forgot. Condenser, yeah. No, they're already infecting my favourite brand. Alright, here we go. These the same design as the Indesits. But now I'm thinking about it, I prefer this one in graphite, even though it's more andesite sort of colour. But plastic. Update drum though. Kelly took some notes here. How did they? This one is child lock activated. But yeah, same design as most of these. When I own them, probably. Okay, I just noticed my eye on this, and is this hair? Only one way to find out. Nope, not hair. It's backhoe, but no. What was the other one called? I forgot what other ones were called. I know one of my mates had one of these, but it was this older one, but I prefer that over this. Now with these, I'm so used to these being brushed, but they stopped doing them like a year ago or two. I would have owned one of these if these were brushed, but sadly they're not brushed, and I don't like these, so no thank you. Actually, I've been keen on this for a bit. Now, I don't know if these don't look bad. I'm gonna step up from this. And it's all like on its own thing. Like this is like, if you look at these two side by side, they look similar, but they look very, very different. But I'll do admit though, this does look really, really cool. It's a 7 kilo one though, so it's the same depth as the Logic, and this uses Arcelic, and this one uses hair. So I wouldn't mind personally owning this. It's fun as like a little play around machine. Alright. Don't really have any comment to say on this. It's pretty generic and basic. So, pretty much. This one, my cousin has. He finds it alright, except doesn't really do a good job. These look pretty nice for a basic thing. I personally wouldn't mind owning one if I did move into a house. The last classic Beko. I reckon this one was made 2020, even though it's a design from 2016, 2017. So these old-timers still soldier on. I do give criticism here from using these from Bosch and Siemens, but these very spacious though, we'll admit that. The seal's like Maytag, and I get Maytag vibes from this, even though I hate it. But yes, these can connect. Still a piece of shit. Don't miss you. Bosch is still the same. I don't really remember, even though it's a little bit cheap now, since Bosch have had some budget cuts recently. But oh, this is the one without the spin bray. As you can probably tell, I've never been in the appliance community in ages, so this one is, oh yeah, this one's like cheap, not assembled well, but this one is, and they're both from the same, model. And this one does also not have a spin bray, and it still has the ugly thin seal, which I don't like. So no thank you. Alright. Jesus Christ, what have they done? You won't criticise on the logo though, even though I kind of prefer the old badge. It seems like Heya showed them who's boss and started to globalise everything. Oh, and also they changed the locks on these as well, so it's no longer like a slate grey colour. It's sort of like full black now. Drum's still the same. No much comment on that. It's 9 kilo though, so, and it's a 1600. I'm more used to the H washers though, not this Pro Mix crap. Bosch are still the same. I mean, they've carried the same designs for like almost 2 decades. At least as far as I'm aware. I wouldn't mind having one. The seal, it feels much better on this. But yeah, I think they literally just used the same design for like this for the past 20 years. Jeez, Bosch, step up your game. Alright, now, oh Jesus, that is one thick drawer. This is actually one I wouldn't mind owning, except, yeah, I do not want speed bumps on these. Speed bumps are no good. Alright, I know I gave shit to LG, specifically for that thing, but this thing's actually kind of good. Because it's Americans are taking over. Americans know how to do things right. Like us Brits. But yeah, actually, yeah, you can probably tell. The one thing I don't get about the 9 kilo is that it looks like a 7 or 8 kilo, and this one looks more like a traditional American appliance, which is kind of funny for me. Alright, this is one I actually gushed over when it came out, and it's on as well. Even though it's been plagiarized with the same depth as the 9 kilo ones, so no thank you. Alright, now I do want to talk about these two in particular. I mean, not just these two, sorry, my bad, not these two. Ooh, squeaky. But yeah, they still carried out the same design as they always had since Eco Bubble, even though the Americans kind of took over. But I would not rather not buy this and just get this instead, because first off, I gushed over Bespoke, and this one is the one drum I actually like on these, and I think these use like the direct drive motor as well. I don't know if all Samsungs use direct drive. I think it's only on the washer dryers, but yeah, whatever. Funnily enough, these still retain their old logo, while the washers and dryers, they still kept their original one. This is like still pre-Eco Bubble era, but that's direct drive. I'm not really a fan of the washer dryer drum, since they just carried it out from previous top of the line range Samsungs, but these don't look bad. Mainly because I'm here for this whole control fascia. It looks much better than any of the updated versions. Alright, I remember when I used to see loads of these. Well, I mean, not loads of these, but we used to see loads of H-washers, H-wash 300s here, both plus and light. But they've been replaced by these, and these don't look pretty good, to say the least. They're not really my cup of tea. They still have the same drum, but if I ever get a H-wash 350, I am getting a dynamic next door, and pretty much doing only that, because I do not like the design of this door. This was really when Heya started to take over most of the companies, which is a shame, but it's whatever.